Hello all and welcome to Success EduTech. Like, share and subscribe the channel. Watch this video till the end. Press the bell icon to get more notifications on videos. Hello, myself is Manjari Kashyap. I have a master's in science with a teaching experience of more than 5 years. I will teach you class 8 science CBSE board through NCERT books. The chapter which I am covering is the second chapter. We are discussing about it, the microorganisms, friend and foe. Hello students, we are continuing the second chapter, microorganisms, friend and foes. I have made 9 videos on this chapter and this is my 10th video. In my 9 videos we have covered the topic of what are microorganisms and its classifications, the where do microorganisms live, the beneficial aspects of microorganisms in fermentation and bakery industry, the commercial use of microorganisms, the medicinal use of microorganisms in antibiotic resistance, vaccines. I have covered every topic of your NCERT book. And in the continuation, today we are talking about the cleaning of the environment and increasing soil fertility. So let's discuss about it. The link of the last 9 videos is given in description box. You can see it, go through it so that you can understand this topic in better way. Okay. Increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility. These microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. So what happens in atmosphere? There are different gases like nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, and this nitrogen is available to plants only in fixed form. Plants cannot absorb nitrogen in free form. So this fixation of nitrogen from free form to fixed form is done by many microorganisms, and when it is done by the microorganism, this nitrogen fixation is called biological nitrogen fixation. You have the blue green algae, or it is also called cyanobacteria. They are capable of fixing nitrogen and making it available to the plants. So these are called the biological nitrogen fixers. Example is blue green algae or cyanobacteria. You have to learn this. The diagram of figure 2.7 shows the structure of blue green algae. Okay, we all clean the space where we live. In the same way, the environment has its own system to clean it. So what is the system that environment follows to clean it? The microorganisms clean the environment by decomposing the dead organic matter. This dead organic matter, which can be a plant part, animal part, or anything on which the microorganism can survive. They decompose it, and the energy released in this process, they use it for their growth, and the complex organic matter is changed into simpler form, and this simpler form is again used by the environment as a manure for the growth of plants and for enriching the soil. In this way, the microorganisms, they are beneficial for the environment. Let's see. Pujo and Paheli had observed the school gardener making manure. Pujo and Paheli, these two kids, observed that the school gardener, the gardener in their school, is making manure. Along with their friends, they collected waste of plants, vegetables, and fruits from nearby houses and gardens. So, this group of children, what they did, they collected the organic waste from different houses. And these organic waste, they were the waste of debris of plants, the vegetable peels, the waste of fruits, and the dead plants from the garden. Then what they did, they put them in a pit meant for waste disposal. There was a pit made for waste disposal, and in this pit these children put all the waste that they collected from the nearby houses and gardens. After some time, it decomposed and got converted to manure. After few days, what they saw, that the whole waste that they had put in the pit, it was decomposed, and it has been converted into manure. So Bhujwa and Paheli wanted to know how this happened. They were very curious to know that we had put a lot of waste substances in this pit, and now it is converted into manure. How it has been. So let's look into the activity 2.5. Take two pots and fill each pot half with soil. Mark them A and B. So there are two pots, pot A and pot B. In pot A, put plant waste in pot A and things like polythene bags, empty glass bottles and broken plastic toys in pot B. In plant A, we will put the organic waste, and in plant in pot B, we will the polythene bags, the glass bottles, broken plastic toys. Put the pots aside. Now we will leave it and observe these pots after 3 to 4 weeks. Do you find any difference in the contents of these two pots? If yes, if so, what is the difference? After 3 or 4 weeks, when we observe that, we will find a difference in both the contents of both the pots. You will find that plant waste in pot A had been decomposed because it is a organic matter, and on that organic matter the microorganisms had been grown and they have decomposed it into simpler forms. The plant waste has been converted into manure by the action of microbes, and this simpler form is called manure. The nutrients released in this process can be used by the plants again, and the simpler forms in which the organic waste has been converted, this simpler form called the manure, it can be used by the plants for their growth. Did you notice that in pot B, the polythene bags, the glass bottles, the empty glasses, and broken plastic toys had not undergone any such change? Why? Because microorganisms cannot grow on them. The microbes could not act on them and convert them into manure, because microorganisms cannot grow on these plastic bags and glass bottles. They cannot be converted into simpler forms. So, the plastic waste cannot be decomposed. That's why plastic pollution is such a big hazard. You often see large amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. When plant parts or animals die, what happened to them? You find that they disappear after some time. After some few days, we can see that the dead plant parts or the animals which have died uh, somewhere, they are disappeared. Where do they go? This is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converted converting them into simpler substances. So they have been used by microorganisms for their growth, and in this process they have been decomposed into simpler forms. These substances are again used by other plants and animals, and these simpler forms is used as a manure by the plants which are growing there, and it enriches the soil. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean up the environment. And in this degradation process, what happens, that microorganisms secrete enzymes, and these enzymes, they decompose the dead or decaying organic matter. And uh, s- a smell is also produced because of the action of these enzymes. A lot of gases are produced, and due to these gases, the smelly substances are produced. And in this way, the microorganisms clean the environment, and thus they are beneficial for us and also for the environment. Okay, with the topic of cleaning the environment, today I have completed the beneficial aspect of microorganisms. In the next video, I will start the harmful microorganisms. If you have any doubt about the previous discussions, you can write in the comment box. Okay, thank you for watching this. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon to get more notifications on the videos.